For the longest time, we've been led to believe that successful people have natural talent and luck, and that it's not something we can replicate or have. Thus, we tend to dismiss our own talents and capabilities and hope something magical happens. However, it turns out talent is not the only thing that makes people successful. Through her numerous psychological studies across different age groups and settings, Angela Duckworth found a new and more accurate predictor of success: grit. In her book Grit, Duckworth defines grit as passion and perseverance for one's long-term goals. From her studies of recruits in West Point Military Academy, students in high school, national spelling bee contestants, and salespeople in private companies, she found that grittier people were more likely to be successful than their peers. Her studies are also combined with scientific, neurological, and psychological studies for supporting evidence. Based on Duckworth's research, effort is a more significant predictor of success than talent is. Readers will find this book highly motivating and enlightening at the same time. It's a great read if you want to improve your skills, self-discipline, and efforts to achieve more in your life or career. Here are the top 7 lessons from Angela Duckworth's Grit. Lesson 1. Develop a fascination for what you're doing. Angela Duckworth said in her book that there was a huge difference between a bricklayer who was building a cathedral and a bricklayer who believed he was building a house of God. The latter was grittier and persevered more because he had a higher purpose. From this simple anecdote, we learn that passion is an important factor in achieving success. When you feel down or demotivated, remember your passion, your reason for being where you are, and ask yourself if you love it enough or are determined enough to continue what you're doing. Passion can greatly ground you and your purpose and motivate you to persevere through good times and bad, not only to achieve your purpose, but so you can become successful as well. To find your passion, find interest or meaning in your work, and align it to your purpose and goals for self-improvement. Lesson 2. Follow through with your commitments. In connection to Lesson 1, it's not enough to love something if you want to be successful. You'll have to make commitments or promises and ensure that they come true. It would help if you thought about how far you've come or how much you've already spent or invested in developing your skill. This can help prevent you from quitting, and instead you'll feel more encouraged to continue. Lesson 3. Be willing to fail. As the old saying goes, practice makes perfect. Ironically, failure is an essential part of perfection, as it causes us to practice in the first place. The sooner you realize and accept this, the more you'll see failure in a new light. Failure no longer becomes your enemy who tells you to quit or give up. It becomes your friend who tells you to try again, and this time with lessons learned. In turn, you'll feel more hopeful that you'll do better than before, and you may even achieve more than you set out to do. Lesson 4. Start small. Nobody becomes successful overnight. Having talent is not an assurance that you'd make it big time. You'll need a lot of patience, but you can try to start small to be successful in the meantime. From there, you can build your skill, effort, and reputation. With more grit, you improve your skill in the long run, and opportunities will fall on your lap. By the time you reach the big leagues or higher positions, you'll be more successful than you hoped for. Lesson 5. Resist the temptation to quit. Part of failure is the constant temptation to leave everything you've worked hard for and quit. But successful people don't get to where they are by quitting. Therefore, instead of finding excuses or reasons to quit, resist the urge to do so. You can do so by enduring what you're going through and remembering your purpose, goals, and investments in them. You'll also need to develop self-discipline and patience to make your resistance stronger. Lesson 6. Improve yourself daily. Whether you're already great at what you do or not, improving yourself every day is a necessary practice for success. People with grit are never satisfied with mediocrity. They always seek improvement. Because of that, they always see themselves as their biggest competition. Thus, to be successful, you have to set challenges for yourself to push your abilities to the limit and do better. More importantly, achievement is not about how much time you spend practicing, but how you practice. Thus, put more effort and meaning into how you develop so you can grow your abilities. Lesson 7. Develop a growth mindset. There's no reason to think your abilities are fixed, and you can't try or achieve something new or greater. In fact, scientific studies have shown that our brain can grow and expanding as we learn new information, skills, and experiences. In other words, our brain is telling us we can grow our abilities. This growth mindset helps you develop perseverance and the ability to seek out new challenges that make you stronger. It makes you resilient in times of adversity. To develop a growth mindset, you should cultivate your interest, engage in challenging practices, accept failure, and try again. In conclusion, you may think you don't have talent or that your talent is not enough to make you successful. To overcome this fear, you can develop grit by developing your interests, engaging in challenging practices, connecting to your passion or purpose, and developing a growth mindset. While talent is important, putting more effort in developing and improving it through grit is the key to achieving your goals. By developing grit, you become more resilient in times of adversity and failure. Read Angela Duckworth's book Grit now if you want to learn more ways to be confident, passionate, and persevering in the things you do and achieve more. Thank you for listening. If you like the book summary and you want to see more in this category, please like and subscribe so I can create more. You can also get a free copy of the entire audiobook by clicking the link in the description. Until next time.